The now loading. Woo, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chris's collection. Oh, look at that. Capcom with the awesome Strider logo. And today we are playing Strider 2 for the PlayStation. Yeah. Now I'm gonna dumb the shit out of this because I'm talking and I want to be able to, so I'm talking. But yeah, I'm gonna dumb down the shit out of this so we can have just some fun time while I talk. Anyway, guys, so yeah, my story behind this, I think it's interesting. It's kind of like my history of Strider with a couple of other funny stuff. I did not grow up playing Strider. I was not aware of Strider or anything like that. And the first time I ever saw him was in Marvel versus Capcom, and my friend Alex, really knew a lot about video games and stuff. And I asked him, dude, who the fuck is that? And he's like, that's Strider. And I'm like, who? And he says, you've never played Strider? I'm like, no, I've never played Strider. And so he lent me, I believe he had Strider on the Sega Genesis, and he had a Strider 2, actually, also on Sega Genesis, if I recall correctly. And he lent me both games, and I played them, and I was like, oh man, this is fucking awesome. This is pretty cool. And he's like, yeah, man, that's Strider. And basically, I was like, oh, cool, I like Strider. This is fun. And then Capcom announced Strider 2. And I was very confused because I'm like, Alex, I don't understand. What is Strider? I played Strider 2. Is this a remake? And he's like, no, this is the true Strider 2. And I'm like, the true Strider 2? What the hell, man? What do you mean? And I believe it was explained to me that the Strider... It looks like Alex Trebek. I think he explained to me that the Strider 2 that came out... That they made Strider, which was an arcade game, I think. And that... after they made Strider the arcade game, they did what was it? A Sega Genesis port, and then they did a sequel to that port that was kind of like an unofficial thing. Basically, this was like if Snake's Revenge was the unofficial sequel to MGS2. And Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake was the real sequel. Basically, this is the Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and the Strider 2 that was on Sega Genesis was like the Snake's Revenge. If I understood the story correctly, or if I'm recalling the story correctly, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, I had all this history of Strider, and I said, oh my god, I'm so going to get this game. It looks fucking awesome. And so I did, and I thought it was a great game. I loved it. I thought it was badass. Really just liked the look of it, loved the sprite animations and the 3D. And this was like one of the last Sega Genesis game. I mean, Sega Genesis. This was like one of the last PlayStation games I remember getting, because I think when this came out, PS2 was already out. And so, this was kind of like the last couple of things that were coming out, like everyone was moving on to PS2, but this was like the stragglers, like the last couple of stuff that was in development. Oh man, is that Tompu? It is Tompu. I remember Tompu from the game. I didn't know Tompu was 3 women. Are they like a gang? Is it Tompu and it's like a gang? But anyway, so no, basically, that's what happened, and so I went and I picked up the game, and I drove. Because, like I said, if you wanted a game when it came out on release day, I had to go all the way to a different state that was 45 minutes away from where I lived. And I picked this up, and I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. And as an added bonus, it included the original Strider, the arcade version or whatever. Now, what's funny is, and I think everyone experienced this, they fucked up. So the Strider... the disc that says, hey, this is Strider 2, actually has Strider 1 on it, and the disc that says, "Hey, this is Strider 2," actually has Strider. I'm sorry. The disc that says, "Hey, this is Strider 1," actually contains this game, Strider 2, and the disc that says, "Hey, this is Strider 2," actually contains Strider 1. And so, I wanted to play the new game because I'm like, I want to fucking play this new game. This looks fucking awesome. I'm excited for this. And so I popped in Strider 2, and then all of a sudden it's the fucking original game. And my first impression, I remember, my first thought was, oh my god, that was a lightsaber. That was a fucking lightsaber. Solo, of course. But my first impression was, oh my god, they fucked up, and I have the same game. I have Strider 1 just twice, and I was so pissed. And like, I got severely upset, and I was gonna go back to GameStop and be like Electronics Boutique, because that's what it was back then, and bitch them out. And then I popped in the other disc, and I'm like, oh, it's Strider 2, and I'm like, that's funny, they fucked up. It's not the right discs. And then I think I went to GameFAQs because, man, I have been going to GameFAQs for years, man. Like, I'm so happy that site is still around. I have been going for years. Oh, fuck. And I went there, and other people had the same problem. They're like, no, it's a fuck up. Capcom fucked up big time. This is something that they don't fucked up. Everyone. Oh, you have unlimited continues, by the way. So this game is like really easy. Anyone could pretty much beat this game, even if you've never played a video game in your life. It's fairly. I mean, it might take you a long time, but it's fairly easy. And it's even easier with the making it easier and giving yourself super duper life. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happened, and I was very happy. I'm like, oh my god, thank God! Like, everyone else is having problems with this, so it's not just me. Not that I want people to have trouble with it, but I didn't want to be like, have to go back and return or something like that. And you are a fool. Oh, god damn it, I was gonna skip through it. I didn't mean to do that. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back later this week with another Chris's Collection. So thanks again. Take care.